This is WCPO 9 News.
It has been an historic 24 hours in sports after multiple teams and leagues suspended games and practices, of course, following the shooting of Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Mariel Carbone is about to explain how Cincinnati teams are handling this shooting, but first, let's get you updated on what's actually happening in Kenosha. Overnight, protests remain peaceful in the city. There have not been any reports of violence or property damage. Police identified the officer who shot Jacob Blake as Rustin Chesky, who has been in the department 7 years. Police say Blake admitted to having a knife, but police did not explain why they tried arresting him or whether or not Blake tried to use that knife. And they did not mention his children in the back of the car. The 17-year-old who shot 2 protesters is charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Meanwhile, Jacob Blake remains hospitalized. The Department of Justice says it is opening a civil rights probe into this shooting.
And as you know, the sports world reacted sharply to Blake's shooting, first with the Milwaukee Bucks deciding not to play their playoff game with the Orlando Magic yesterday. 2 other NBA games were postponed shortly thereafter. Other teams quickly did the same. The Brewers postponed their game against the Reds last night. The NBA and the WNBA are postponing its games again tonight. The Oakland Athletics won't play its series finale against Texas in a show of support either. At least 4 NFL teams have canceled their practices today as well.
So you're hearing from the professional sports teams, but there's also been some blowback, specifically from fans. Mariel Carbone is live from Great American Ballpark. And Mariel, what is some of the criticism and how are players responding to that today?
Well, just looking on WCPO's Facebook comments about the Reds not playing last night, some of them read like this. I've been done with sports. This only supports my feelings. They need to protest on their own time. And then there are multiple commenters just criticizing the salary that these athletes make. Now, I spoke to an expert today who tells me anytime there is a protest about civil rights or social justice that you can expect some pushback like this, even if it's peaceful. But that doesn't mean that people should stand down and not still take that stand.
That's went silent last night as Major League Baseball teams, including the Reds, postponed games in solidarity with the NBA.